EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Jags and the Lions coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Finding Williams once more. Complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, Everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And to throw again is Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Goff on 1st down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 63 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff now looking to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On second down, ETN once more. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Lawrence on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Lawrence. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third. Gone. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, here's Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
On first down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Now Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Aiden Hutchinson
Providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk. Why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A give to ETN running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. And now off to the races down the right side. How did he stay on his feet? Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, Lawrence crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
ETN up the middle.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force force a fourth down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now a first down throw. Goff.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 6.
To throw is Goff.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Goff on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our 2 games later today. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and a big test for the Bears, as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. The late afternoon games hold some intrigue as well. A good one being up at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They go play action with Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On the draw, Gainwell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd down and 13. Here's Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff now looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now Goff. Pressure comes and down he goes.
That time multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Lions. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Goff. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
At the 13-yard line, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back now at Ford Field.
Now a 2nd and 10.
This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Lawrence. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Play action. It's Goff. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind.
Touchdown! Sam Laporta, 27 yards. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Zerline now for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 19.
Now Lawrence to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
Rolling to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Goff.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. It's Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd manageable with that run.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 26. Give him 18 on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the ground with ETN.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
Here comes 2nd down. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now gone. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing now, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
Straight ahead, ETN.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll run with ETN.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Etienne once more, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.